So I've been playing and enjoying the Pikmin 4 demo a lot, and have also been testing out a bunch of mechanics to prepare for the inevitable minimum day challenge I'll be doing. So I thought I'd just make a quick video and share what I've been up to. This won't be as structured as my usual videos, but hopefully you learned something new. One goal I had was to see how much Sparklium I could get, since the demo limits you to the first area, and you can't re-enter after ending the day with 1,500 or more. To exploit this, I saved all treasure to be turned in on the last day. I spent the 2 days beforehand moving all treasure on the surface and in caves right next to my ship, so I could do it as quickly as possible. Treasures do eventually move back into their starting location, but not until about a week passes, I think. To speed this up even more, I use Ultra Spicy Spray to speed up my Pikmin and Oatchi. You can grind this AFK by throwing Pikmin at these flowers, and they'll continuously run back to them by themselves, like how they'll keep going back to the ship to grab clay to complete bridges. While they did that, I went around to pick up raw materials from anthills that respawn every day. I had my ship at the top of the map so I could hit all caves with treasures and use more Ultra Spicy Spray to move faster on Oatchi. Then I ran all the way to the start of the map to enter Hectic Hollows sub-level 1 over and over and over and over and over and over. This takes advantage of two mechanics: time moving slower while in a cave, and enemies infinitely respawning after exiting and re-entering a 100% complete cave. To make this strategy more efficient, I make sure all my Pikmin had flowers. Red Pikmin do more damage, so I always brought 40 of them. You could use Ultra Spicy Spray every time you do this, but I didn't feel like grinding over 150 of them and having even more loading screens, so I didn't do that to myself. Enter the cave on Oatchi and run to the two Bulborbs and throw 3 Pikmin at each so they'll pick up both enemies automatically. Start charging a rush, which I upgraded twice to charge faster and deal more damage. Release it on the sleeping big bulb, which is easier when you fully zoom out your camera for improved accuracy. This will automatically make the rest of your Pikmin land on it and kill it before it shakes them off, which would slow down your kill or remove your Pikmin's flowers. If this accidentally happens or something else goes wrong, just rewind time to start over the cave. Once he's dead, 10 Pikmin will automatically grab him and throw 7 to 9 at him by walking into them to pick them up, so you don't momentarily freeze your Pikmin with the whistle. Take 12 to 16 Pikmin down with you and throw 3 at each Bulborb and another 3 to 6 at each, since this game has a feature where you're temporarily stopped from throwing while an enemy already has enough Pikmin to carry them. We really want 6 on the further away Bulborb, since it'll be the last thing we put in our ship, for a total of 22 Sparklium. As soon as an enemy or treasure starts the animation of entering the ship, it's legally already inside it, so open the menu with minus and press return to surface to save more time. We won't lose any Pikmin or Sparklium by doing this. Now just do that again for like 2.5 hours. Eventually I ended the day with 6,772 Sparklium. I got some unlocks by hitting certain thresholds, with the last one being around like 6,000. I don't feel like looking back at all the footage, so forgive me for not knowing the exact number. There are some interesting items I'll show on screen, so pause now if you want to avoid spoilers, I guess. This is like kind of one, so yeah. But pause, do it. Or like close the video or skip, I don't know, I don't care. It's my second channel. The most interesting one to me is the Idler's Call, which seems really fun for min-maxing the day since it calls all idle Pikmin to you. Also, since you're not supposed to have this much Sparklium in the demo, there isn't a demonstration movie that shows what some of the items do, which is pretty funny. Another cool cave optimization I found was an in-game time-efficient way to grind Ultra Spicy Spray, which seems really cool and tedious, which is like my favorite combo. There are a couple ways to do this, with the most obvious way being getting these flying enemies to drop it, but it can be nectar and it takes a while to run to both enemies. Eggs are nearby in some sub-levels and can more rarely drop Spicy Spray, since I'm pretty sure certain things have different drop rates. What's weird about these is that I was testing if rewinding time changed RNG, and for some eggs it appears that certain Pikmin types breaking them can change their drop rate, with some almost always dropping the same thing. Granted, I haven't tested this nearly enough to know for sure. With rewinding time, the most in-game time-efficient way to grind Spicy Spray seems to be these eggs, since you can return to the surface once you get the RNG you need and re-enter many times even if it's tedious. Speaking of drops, Ice Pikmin are extremely interesting since they cause enemies to drop items instead of being able to turn them into Sparklium. If you're ever in the need for nectar, these small bugs seem to always drop it, but stronger enemies like Bulborbs can start to semi-rarely drop Spicy Spray. Ice Pikmin are also great with the Charging Horn, as you can instantly freeze water instead of throwing one Pikmin at a time. The Charging Horn is also great to get used to since it can be used to pick up treasures too. Rewinding time has one more weird niche use where you can kind of teleport with it in a different way than you're thinking. I haven't tested this out a lot yet, but some of the checkpoints it goes back to are weird. There was one time when I had Pikmin building a bridge, and when I rewinded time I teleported back to my ship with my Pikmin riding Oatchi instead of the last one bringing the last piece of clay to finish the bridge. There might be some shenanigans you can do with this, considering it can move you and your Pikmin. The last quick thing I wanted to talk about is microing Oatchi and the captain you play as. One of Oatchi's skill trees teaches him and the captain commands such as come to me or go to base. This is great because you can be moving both of them in different areas at once for more efficient gameplay. It can be a little awkward to distribute Pikmin, but by disbanding all you can quickly split your Pikmin up by types, which is a little easier than trying to whistle half of a crowd of a single Pikmin type. You can also cancel a command in the middle of it by pressing B to regain control of the character and to get closer to your real destination before you get the go here command. That's pretty much all I wanted to say for now. I'm really looking forward to this game and harnessing my inner Dandori skills to try to minimize the days, so subscribe to this channel and my actual one if you want to see that, and copy that. That's also a thing they say in the game, so.